Oh, I don't have the mics on yet.
Okay.
So it all started back in the 1990s. Before organic was a big thing, we were bringing in organic sugar into the United States, big country was, from Paraguay. The movement took off and we began selling quite a bit and decided let's expand that and get into hard seltzer using that organic sugar. So we formulated an organic hard seltzer, and that did really well. And from there, we became all organic with our beers and so forth. We feel it's healthier and a better way to go.
So yeah, I mean, there's the steps involved in being an organic certified brewery fall under two categories, right? So the first one is the ingredients that we use, and those are all organic certified ingredients. So just like anything you would buy at the grocery store, bell peppers and bananas, if they're going to carry that USDA organic symbol throughout their process, they have to follow the same rules. And so that means crop rotation, regenerative farming, no pesticides, chemicals, things like that, only things on the approved list that you can use. So anything that goes into our beer, all of our inputs are from producers who are following those guidelines. Then the second side of it is our production facility, right? And so we're audited the same way that any other processing facility would be. So we have to show that we don't have any cross-contamination with non-organic goods going into the system, right? So from the grain, through the mill, into the fermentation vessels, through the brew house, that whole thing we have to be able to show, hey, throughout that entire process, you used only organic ingredients, there was no contamination with non-organics, and any of the chemicals you use to clean are in compliance with the organic plan. So they'll come and audit us every year. We have our next one coming up in November. We've been acing them every year so far, and we intend to do it again this year.
By organic, we're certified organic. There's a lot of foods and beverages out there that claim organic, but they don't go through this certification process, which is very elaborate, very strict on their rules, and we go through that and get certified. So that's a big step for us, and we are the only certified organic brewery in Texas, which we're real proud of.
Absolutely, yeah. Just because you see the word organic on the package does not mean that it has gone through that entire process. You look for that stamp. I mean, we obviously think that we make great beer, and the market has been telling us we make pretty dang good beer too. Does being organic make it taste better, right? We're not gonna say that. There's great beers out there from all over the world that are not organic, that are exceptional. I will say that one thing we hear very often as a descriptor when new people try our beer is that it tastes very clean. And I think that is something that comes from using the organic ingredients, right? And the control in our processes that we have to do to maintain these certifications means that we are very specific in everything that we do. Everything is highly controlled, and being able to do that is reflected in the product.
So one of the big reasons why it is cleaner is that there are no pesticides used in the growing of the raw ingredients. That's a huge deal, because in a non-organic farm, the pesticides are just sprayed on and covered and everything. And when they process whatever it is, that pesticide comes through, and there's a taste to that. And by eliminating those pesticides, we get a much cleaner, vibrant taste. And so that's a big plus for what we have.
From a fundamental process standpoint, you know, we don't face a lot of challenges. We've got it down. We are tight on what we do. We make sure we're following the letter of the law, right, when it comes to USDA and QAI. So the real challenges come in the supply chain, right? As a producer of organic beer, we are a bit limited on what we can use, right? There are things that we can't put in our beer. For example, there's a very popular product that helps to remove haze in beer, right? It's a clarifier. We're not allowed to use it because they don't manufacture that or anything like that in an organic variety. So we have to clear our beers in different ways. Other than that, you know, you look at things like hops, for example. There are many very popular hop varieties that are used in a lot of very popular beers that are also not made in organic farming, and so we can't use those hops. Or Some of them are available in limited quantities or are extremely cost prohibitive, right? And so our goal is to be able to provide a wonderful organic product that people can still afford to buy. And so the supply chain is where we find our challenges more than anything in the process of maintaining organic certification.
This one is the lack of pesticides. I just think that people don't understand what's going into their food or beverage. To not have those in a product, I think, is huge for me personally. There's other benefits as well, but for me, that stands out.
I look at this, as a company, what we stand for is, people and planet, right? Supporting our people, supporting our planet. That's a big part of what we do here. Organic farming is better for the planet and it's better for the people, right? What Bill said about pesticides, but the entire process, whether it be pesticides, whether it be crop rotation, whether it be, runoff into the drinking water, all these things compound, and when it hurts our planet, then it hurts the people downstream as well, right? The control by which being organic certified on a farm means you have to do things a certain way, helps prevent some of the problems that we see later on down the road and downstream, literally. And I think that's a big reason why choosing organic is a smart choice.
Yeah, an interesting story, going down to see the farms and see how the non-organic and organic work. The organic farms are basically doing it how they've done forever, and they haven't changed anything, and they got certified organic pretty easily because their methods of farming were the same as they were 30 years ago. So it's kind of going back to the old way of farming, which I think is great.
That's fun. It's something I tell people a lot with organic. I say we've got this backwards, right? We call how we farm today conventional farming, and then organic as a qualifier. But the way it really should be said is that people who are farming organically, that's conventional. That was the way it was done for hundreds or thousands of years. And what we're doing now is synthetic farming.
Yeah.
And more people are understanding now that organic is important, right? And other things beyond organic, regenerative organic farming, fair trade, which is another big thing for us. There's so many other things that people are paying attention to now they didn't before. And we're happy to be part of this solution.
So when I was down in South America sourcing organic ingredients, I spoke with a lot of the farmers down there, and the plants that hire these farmers to supply them with product take care of the farmers. And when they take care of the farmers, they promote an industry that's sustainable. These farmers are able to send their kids to college. They're able to buy more acreage and plant more. It supports the local economy. It supports their lifestyle, which is very important. So we became involved in what's called fair trade, which is giving back to the farmers. So every can we sell goes back to the farmers, a certain percentage of that. So it helps them create a sustainable lifestyle. We think that's really important. We think that's important for now and for the future.
We're still growing, and we're pretty excited about it. Matter of fact, just today we did get a new piece of equipment. We got a new cold liquor tank, quite a bit bigger than what we had before. That was a bottleneck in our operation, and it's going to allow us to increase our brewing capacity, 15-20%, which is a big thing for us. Kind of ties in, why do we need that? Well, we're growing not only here in Texas, but we've expanded into other states also, right? So we're in Colorado now, statewide there. We've recently begun selling in Southern California, and we have next year a couple more states that we're eyeballing. So, spreading the organic love throughout the United States. And then we have a few new products, both in the beer world and the seltzer world, that will be rolling out in 2025. So future's bright, and future's big country.
Another exciting project we have going is a new concept for a tap room in Austin. Going to be pretty near downtown Austin. It'll be called Big Country Farms. It's going to be an organic garden where we'll grow some of the vegetables and herbs and so forth. But also we'll have a small brewery there. We'll have cocktail bar, a coffee place. People can sit out in the gardens while they enjoy whatever beverage they have. We're excited about that. It'll bring Big Country in closer to Austin. Let everybody give it a shot.